Okay, we're all set, ready to go. Although I have sat myself in a very awkward position to start streaming. Typical. Okay, let me get ready. There we go. That's better. I hope everyone's having a good day. Welcome on in. Let me change screens really quickly so I can actually... Wow, there we go. Welcome on in, everyone. I hope you're all having a good day. Oh, my mic's in a slightly different position. I've not been moving stuff behind the scenes, I swear. Welcome on in. I'm sorry we weren't able to stream yesterday. Unfortunately, stuff happened. I woke up and I got an email and they were like, oh, I got your day planned for you. It's going to be all paperwork. And I was like, thanks. But yeah, it means we can stream today. It's fine. Not the end of the world. And we're doing exactly the same thing as what we were going to do yesterday, which is basically beading stuff. Lots of little beading things. So on Tuesday, we started beading these little guys for like all the tiny armor pieces that are going to be on the bodice. I printed out 2 extras, so you haven't actually seen these yet. These are double the height of the other ones, so you'll probably be able to just about see it. But there's a top piece and a bottom piece, so you can kind of see where they've connected there. It's pretty subtle, but there's a small connection at the bottom, and so it makes like one that's like double the height of... Oh, I've picked up a different one now. But double the height of the others. Because I only have a 10 centimeter hoop, so when anything's larger than 10 centimeters, it's like, well, let me get ready to line up the dots. But yeah, we have one that's a little bit bigger, and I've made 2 of those, and we're going to be beading up the other 5 today. We got 5 to bead up, and it's quite a lot. I did also get a box to put them in once they've been beaded. Because, yes, otherwise I was worried they were going to start damaging themselves if they had no, and I thought what I could do is I could start filing them in like this, and then I'd have like a nice little file of pieces. Since they all are numbered, it means that maybe I could put them in an order, and that way it make it a little bit easier when it comes to eventually putting them on the bodice, and then I have them in an order. Otherwise, I think that's going to get a little difficult, because even just the bodice is 21 separate parts, although some of those parts are made into separate pieces, which is why when we were designing them, we had like 72 pieces to design. But 21 separate pieces, I think. 21 or 23. Yeah. We could do that. That should be good. Oh dear. It's quite an intense project. I will say I have ironed all of these now, so these have had a good solid iron just to stiffen it up a little bit before we start embroidering it today. I have a basic idea of what I want to do. Of course, with this one, we'll be just copying what's on this one onto this one so that they just like mirror each other. This one, I can kind of see where I want to go with the sequins on it. And I think the same with this, because there's a lot of the like shiny lame on display. I kind of want to keep some of that showing, because it's the only thing that really ties it into a lot of the bias tape that we have, and we will have on the rest of the costume. So I want to kind of keep that on show. But yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I got my new pins. I did post about it on Twitter and Instagram because I was like, well, I'm not streaming, so I guess I can show you my new pins. So I put them in the new pin cushions. I don't think I've shown you these. Look! I got these for Christmas. They were a little Christmas gift, but I was waiting to use them until I had the new pins, because I didn't want to, what do you call it? I didn't want to put all of my old yuck pins into new pin cushions. So I waited, and I had these 2 little pin cushions, and they're so cute, and they're in like legit little pots. Like, can you hear that? Like, those are actually pots. But it means they're quite heavy, which is good, because hopefully when I'm going and taking the pins out, they shouldn't be rolling all over the place. And I have one for the needles and the big pins, and one for all of my standard pins. And I actually have a whole nother pot of pins as well, so that if I do get through these, hopefully I can just replace them, and it's not going to be a really big issue, because it's been a problem in the past, and yeah, it should be good. I got spare pins. Is there anything else to update anyone on? Or is that it? Are we good? Is that all of our updates? Oh, okay, I should mention, actually, I'll mention this right at the beginning of the stream, and I'll maybe mention it once it's a little busier too. I am waiting on a phone call. Unfortunately, my paperwork is not quite done, because every time I sent off for anything, I had to get it approved and stuff like that. There's one thing I'm still waiting to hear back for. It might get sent back to me as an email, but I'm pretty sure they'll call me just to confirm or deny whether or not it's okay. If they call me out, I will have to just mute and answer that because I don't want it to prolong any further. So apologies in advance if I have to very briefly leave the stream just to take a quick phone call. Normally I have all that scheduled for off stream, but today it's just been like the last couple of days have been very, a lot to sort very quickly. So yeah, I'm sorry if that happens, but yeah, we'll handle it as and when. Also, High School Run, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Cactus Room, yeah, Cactus Room would love them. They're so cute. If I see Cactus Room, I will show them. I'll be like, look, look. I'm hoarding cacti. And Enid, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right, we can switch screens now. We've done our little daily update. I think that was everything. We had quite a quick one today because I've not been able to do much. Oh, the shoes as well, actually, I could probably show you quickly where they're at. Both shoes have been sequined, they just need the soles stuck in, which I've been putting off doing because it's stinky. But all of the sewing is done on the shoes now. So they just need to have two things stuck to them. They need the bases stuck in, and they need the tongue stuck in, and then shoes are done. I might decorate them further for fun down the line, but our base of our shoes are finished. I know we did the majority of that off stream, really, but I will post like exactly what I did on stream. It's just because they were really quick. And I wanted to like to do in the evenings, and this was like a really nice little evening thing of just like, I'll just sew everything on. But yeah, those are our shoes. They're very heckin' cute. They'll have like the little white tongue, and then they're like sequined around where because this is actually a separate piece of fabric, so they're sequined around where that comes out, so it looks really cute. And then yeah, we'll have a piece on the heel, a piece on the front, so that we have some grips. Don't they need soles? Yes. So the reason I have the hole in the bottom is for a really solid grip to the sole when we glue it in. That's why I'm like, they're not quite done. They need gluing, but all the sewing is done. Because I won't sew the soles in. They'll be glued on. Yeah. Everything else is done though. And I'll be gluing them in the garage anyway, so that's another thing you wouldn't see. But I'm still waiting for them in the post. They're still not here. I can't finish them until they arrive. They're very cute. They're bright red. I wanted to have not black soles on this because I thought I do technically have black soles that I could have reused, but these don't have any grip on them anymore. And also, it just didn't really, like, nothing about that popped to me. Like, it wasn't exciting. Whereas I thought red would really well match the, what do you call it? The red in the wings. You see that red up there? I was like, well, that'd be cool, because then I could have red under the bottom of the shoe and red in the wing. I thought that'd be pretty fun. That way, there would be another red incorporated into the design somewhere, because otherwise there's no other red in the design. I was like, I'll have a little bit on the bottom of my shoe. Yes, 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 yes. And then we have double red. But very subtle, I suppose, because it is on the bottom of my shoe. And with these being heels and this being such a heavy costume, I can't imagine me lifting my feet very high. So I guess technically that's an update. The next update will be on Instagram or Twitter because they'll be finished, and I'm not going to wear them on stream. Not on my mattress. I won't be waddling around on my mattress and high heels. That's dangerous. But yeah, this is where we're at with the pieces that have been printed out. I still have 2 more pieces that I need to print out that are already in my machine, but then the rest of them I need to get ready and digitized over. So that's okay. I mean, we're kind of going at a good pace because these take so long to bead up. I might see if I can get the other 2 printed off for tomorrow, because then we have something to keep going on. I don't know, to be honest, we'll get all of these beaded today because it does take a while. What I'd like to do is get, say, this one and this one beaded, and then go back and bead the other side, because these will all be a mirror of this one. And honestly, the slightly more difficult part is working out the design. One of the things I will be sticking to is making sure the whole outer edge is lined. It's just going to keep it a bit more neat and potentially protected, because all of this bit would be a little bit more prone to fraying because there's a small piece of fabric there. So if I have some beads around there, nothing can really touch it, like on this one, where yes, there is fabric around the edge, but like to actually hit that fabric, you have to go through beads or sequins. So I'm kind of leaning towards doing that on all of them, unless it would look very messy or really wouldn't work. Most of them I think I'm going to stick to that general guide. Some of them I'll use sequins to line the edge, like this one had half sequins, half beads. I think most of them I'll stick to full beads because it best matches what we've done already on the knees. That being said, I would like to experiment a little bit with sewing sequins onto the back of it and sewing beads onto the front on some of them. Like, I think this one might look really good with having sequins on the back because it's got that like nice curve there. So just around that end, sew sequins onto the back and then beads onto the front. So you have kind of like them peeking out from behind the beads. I think that would be really pretty. I wonder, and then, yeah, because I think also there wasn't a lot of else design that I wanted to do on this one in particular. Except maybe have some spots going into the edge. I think it was pretty subtle. Having a few peeking out from there, the just general outlining with the beads. There wasn't a lot more that was going on with that one. And then this one, I was thinking to do a similar matching design from there to there, because I think these are quite close together. It's difficult because I do have a picture somewhere, but I don't know if I have it saved on this computer. Let me check really quickly, because if I do, I'd love to bring it onto screen just so I can show you kind of what I'm working off of. I have it on my phone. Like, don't really want to show you my phone in case it starts ringing. Let's see, do I have it? It would be in Mateus. No, I have some of them, but I don't have that picture. That's okay, I'll try and send it to myself for next stream so that I have it there so I can show you. Because it is kind of a guide that I'm working off, but it's like, it's kind of a nightmare. Oh dear, also Nick, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Right, do we want to do the big one first? I think we want to do the big one first. Let's put all these to one side. I'm going to pop them in the box for now anyway, because keep safe. Stay safe in the box. Work on the big one. Yeah. I will need beads and sequins, I think, and a thread, and I don't think I'll need too much else. I have a lot of beads over here, and like trying to work out which ones you actually want, it's like, no, I think these are the only ones I'm going to be needing for now, and a little needle. Ah, dear. So I think the order that would be best would be to go behind it with the sequins. Also make sure that I like that. I did behind with sequins on the knee, but then it also had fabric behind it, so it was a lot more stable. On this, they will be floating in air, so it's a bit more of a risk. But I think it's worth it, because I think if they look nice from the front, we can just sew it really close to the bodice and no one will know. I mean, that's kind of my goal anyway, is to sew it all quite close to the bodice. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Any gaps I could just fill in with lame, right? Mama, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Oh dear. Honestly, it does feel like a Wednesday again, because I don't normally stream on a Thursday. I have been thrown off by the times again. Oh dear. So it's going to be weird to stream tomorrow. I'll be like, why am I streaming tomorrow? Tomorrow's the day that I don't stream. No. It is a Thursday. No, a Friday. So it's okay. Right, let's get some sequins out. Just so I have some on the desk to pick from. This is my second pot now, I think. But I've got a few more lying around under there. And if I need more, I just have to find the order in which I got them. I'm pretty sure I ordered them online. Okay, so probably from about here would be a good place to start it. So let's tie off the thread so it's got somewhere to sit. Luckily, there are loads of places for it to sit because, God, there's a lot of thread. Okay, do you want to knot immediately? No knotting immediately. I have been using hand masks to try and get my hands to be a bit softer. Oh! We're having this song right off the bat? Okay. I have been using hand masks to try and get my hands a bit softer because having rough hands makes this really tough. And they've been doing a really good job, but maybe I need to use them more often. I'm not sure. Okay, so. So it's about having it so it only just peeks out to start with. There you go. That's kind of what I want. Just peek out. I'm mainly sewing them onto the back. And then... Ooh. You can just see it. You probably won't see that one very much because there's going to be beads, but that's okay. Just see it. And there we go. Hold that there. Oh, need to go back a bit. There we go. And pull that back here. There you go. Oh, it looks so silly. That's okay. We just trust that it will look good in the end. Okay. There we go. And there should be... Oh, thank you for the horn, Mopstoner. Welcome on in. That one did get me a little bit. I was doing a heckin' concentrate. Ooh. How goes it? I hope you're doing well. I hope your Wednesday was good. Okay. So I guess that's about the amount we'll see it from behind there. It's not quite so much as we've seen some of the ones that I guess had fabric behind there. But you know what? It's a little bit of sparkle around the edge. I'll take it. I'll take it. A little bit of edge sparkle. Better than nothing. You have to be really careful though, because you have to sew it so close to the edge. Wow. Does not like being sewn this close to the edge, that's for sure. Has a lot to say about it. There we go. But it's doing it. I guess I can't complain too much. Oh. There you go. Yeah, that'd be cute. Like a little bit of extra sparkle. I'll be honest, because it's around the, like... Oh, actually, though, I think this one is one of the ones that goes, like, there. So you probably would see it, because it'll be on the inside. It'd be easy if I had the map to show you, but even with the map, because they're all layering over the top of each other, it's quite difficult to read. Trying to spot the piece you're working on is like... It's kind of like trying to spot a piece in a jigsaw puzzle. You know it's in there, but ooh... Who knows? It's one of these pieces. Oh dear. There we go. Get that, ow! Get that back through there. Heck yeah. Grab another one. And... Oh yeah. Oh. I'm gonna work out if they're bending a little bit. It's not too much of an issue if they are, to be honest. I think they're bending just a little bit. Like bending up just a bit to be like, hi. It's not a big problem. I'm noticing it just a teeny tiny bit. To be fair, it's fine. It's fine. I think it's because they're sewn so close to the edge. They don't have like a really, really strong hold. Even though I don't think the thread will be coming out anytime soon because it's literally being sewn into thread. It doesn't have such strong hold as if I was sewing into the middle of the thread. There we go. Let's get that in there. And take that up there. I've been listening to more Pokemon music recently because I'm still really excited about the new Pokemon game. Although I've been watching the trailers and I haven't seen any news of Bellsprout being in there. Which makes me a little sad. I still would really like it if they put Bellsprout in the game. It seems only fair. Bellsprout's a very cool character with like one of the best walking cycles. And since this is like a Pokemon game where they're all like walking all over the place constantly, you'd think Bellsprout would be in it, since Bellsprout has one of the coolest walking cycles. But it seems like Bellsprout might not be in the game, which is okay. You know what? I think Psyduck's in the game, and I also really like Psyduck. But oh, I don't think Snom's in it, but I think that's because Snom's a really, really recent Pokemon. I did like Snom. Snom was a good bean. Very silly, but a good bean. Isn't there a jellyfish Pokemon as well? Like Jellicent? I like Jellicent, but I think I still prefer like Tentacruel. I don't know, Tentacruel had a lot of personality. Oh yeah. At some point we're gonna have to start making these smaller again. I don't know if I'm at that point. No, we'll keep them being large. For a few more at least. I did like Jellicent though, because couldn't it, like, if you had it came in like 2 different colors. So you had like the boy Jellicent and the girl Jellicent. And I'm pretty sure the boy one looked like Mr. Pringles. It was a good bean. It was a good bean Pokemon. I still think I preferred Tentacruel, but Jellicent's a good bean. Or Mr. Monopoly. Mr. Pringles or Mr. Monopoly, I'm not sure. One or the other. A little longer. A little longer. We're getting there. Oh, there we go. Right near the edge, please. Okay, and maybe after this one we'll start making it a little smaller. Yeah, I think start making it smaller now. Also, this one needs to come out a little bit. It's shrinking into the background like, no. You need to be one of the large ones. Rome, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are doing some chill embroidery today. So all of the armor pieces we printed off the other day with the embroidery machine, we are doing some beading into them. So that they kind of match the vibes of the kneecap and stuff like that. I want to do a couple big sessions on it because I think probably after today, this will also be one of those jobs where we do it half on stream and half off stream. I don't want anyone to feel like they're missing out on too much. So we'll do like a good amount hopefully on stream this week, today and tomorrow. And then after that, we'll still be doing it on stream, but I'll also be doing a lot of it off stream too, because it's a really big project, honestly. And I don't want to be getting really behind because I'm only doing it on stream. So I want to show kind of the start to finish of it over the next couple of days. So you can kind of see this week from printing it to embroidering it. And then after that, we'll we'll do some of it off stream. Because otherwise, we'll be spending a very, very long time on this part of the dress. Kind of the same. It's going to be the same with a lot of pieces, unfortunately, where it's like, we'll show some of it on stream, and then do a lot of it off stream. Ah, dear. But it's good for me, because fortunately, embroidery and stuff like that are such nice, like, little evening bits and bobs to do. Like, they're very, very chill. So after work, if I've had, like, a bad day, I can just do, like, a little bit of beading and a little bit of embroidery. And it's like, oh, hell yeah. That's much more relaxing. There we go. Make sure that's sticking nice and out. And then put that in there. And pull that up. There we go. So I'm just going back through them now because I only had one stitch in them initially. Now I'm going back and putting a second stitch in them just to make sure they're nice and strong. And then, yeah, it should be good. We can go do the next part, which I think is going to be around here. But on the other side. I want to get all the sequins in first, and then we can start the beading. Because there's a lot more beads than sequins. So if we get the sequins done, then I feel a bit better about it, because, yeah, there's a lot more beads. You have to, like, bead around the entire edge. That's okay. To be fair, there's a lot more beads, but the sequins is more complicated every time because we have to cut parts of the sequins and like make it look nice and stuff like that. Whereas the beads, they just fly straight on. There we go. Whoop. Whoop. Got the right way around. Nice. Go. Oh, have I just sewn these the same way twice? Oops. My bad. I just need to restitch something quickly. I sewed something wrong. I know how that happened. Clearly not paying attention, that's what's happened. I was listening to the Pokemon music and then I was like, whoa, zone out. I stitched two of them backwards. That's fine, it's fine. Fine. No one will ever know because all of this will be stitched over with beads anyway. No one will ever know unless the judges look back at the footage and then they'll be like, wait a minute. What are all these mistakes she's making? Why is she broadcasting that? So now we know that she's made all these mistakes. Oops. I'm being transparent, that's what it is. Just ultra transparent. Judges. The most transparent. There's points for that, right? There we go. Put that through there. And this one. Oh, happening here. Should be lower. There you go, like that. And then this one should go up there. Oh, Bear Self, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. We're doing some chill embroidery today. We're getting our heckin' embroidery and beading on. For little armour pieces. Teeny tiny armour pieces. Whenever I show anyone the size of the armour, it's like, ugh. Which is honestly a very fair reaction. Our armour is tiny. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. And I think as well, when you watch people work with foam armour, although there are often like big sheets to attach it to, the actual pieces of foam armour people work with is often like really small and really delicate, right? So we're just kind of doing the same thing. Like if you've ever seen a cosplayer working with foam armour, we're doing the same thing. It's just rather than working with foam as our primary medium, we're working with embroidery and beads. It's not so different. It's not so different. Right. So I want to do 2 layers of sequins up here, kind of like imitating fish scales, like what we have on the chaps. So I'm gonna do the... Did I do the top layer first or the bottom layer first? I'll do the bottom layer first. That's okay. But that means I'm gonna have to trim them. Yeah. Oh. That's alright. We can trim these. So these need to be trimmed outward. But we're not gonna have them like growing or anything like that. They're gonna be full size off the bat. Did I just put that in my tea? No, but I'm gonna move my tea. Tea, you're going over there. It's dangerous over here. It's too close. I'm gonna flick sequins into you. Ah, dear. I also did just tie a knot as well, just in case anything goes wrong and like something rips. It doesn't connect to the next part of the design. Fingers crossed nothing rips, but you know, better safe. On the off chance. We'll try not to have it translate across. Okay, so let's get our needle right where we want it. Oh, actually no, we want to do an up-down, don't we? Up-down better. I remember now. I was doing side to side for a while, but I found they didn't stick so well. So instead of side to side, up to down. So the reason we trim these is to make it look like it's coming out of the embroidery, even though physically there's no way that that is possible to happen. we make it look like it's possible. Because it looks really nice. And it displays more of the embroidery that we spent so long digitizing. So it's good for us. There we go. There we go. Yeah, up. Those sides better. Okay. Another one. We'll trim that. Again, just give it the slight outward curve. There we go. Very nice, very nice. And put that next door. There we are. Oh. Okay. I just have to hold it there without flicking it into the air, which is a lot easier said than done. There we go. Get that right next door. Very nice. And then I'm just going to, with the needle, scoot it into position. Because it did do a bit of a spin there. Give it a bit of scoot. And tighten that. There we go. And then do another stitch underneath. There we go. Okay. Next one. It's such a slow process, but it's really fun. I like it a lot. Oh yeah. Oh. There we go. Fine. Yeah, that's all good. Nice. And next one. Everything okay with phone? Everything's okay. Oh, okay. I did just move the positioning of that. Damn it! Jelly! Put it back. Put it back. Put it back in there. Give it a little bit of a scoot up. I do want them close, but I don't want them to overlap too much. There we go. They look like fish scales. Okay. That's better. Get that in there. It's funny because this bit should be so easy, but it's really not, because you don't have anything to grip onto once you've cut the sequin, because you cut off everything that you'd be gripping, and then you're trying to get it in such an exact place. It's really hard, and they move around so much. it's very worth it because I love how they look. Once they've all been trimmed and they're like just looking like they're coming out from behind the embroidery, it looks really nice. But man, it's difficult. It does not like to work with you. It feels like you're constantly pushing against it. Oh dear. There we go. Oh! YouTube, am I still here? I'm pretty sure that I'm still here. Yes. There we go. It's okay, YouTube. No panic. We're still here. In fact, it's not even been that long. It's not even been an hour yet, YouTube. That was very quick. Quick of you to decide that I had disappeared. Deary me. I should hope it's not been an hour yet. I've not even finished the sequining on one. Oh dear. It's fine, it's fine. Kind of my goal today is to get half of them sequined up so that I can get a really nice picture of like half sequined and half not, so we can get like the side by side. That's what I want. I want a nice side by side. Because I can go back and start sequining them off stream. That's fine. But like, I want to get a nice side by side so we've done the designs on half of them. That's what I want. Oh dear. Oh, Thursday, yes! Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I hope your Thursday is treating you good. Welcome. We're doing all the sequining. It's oil. It's a bit of a tricky job. A lot of delicate work with very thin pieces of plastic that just want to ping off into the distance. But it's all right. I don't mind it too much. I like the sequins. At least they're shiny and gold. They get away with a lot for being both shiny and gold. There we go. I think I want that one just up there. There we go. I think I might need to make them a little smaller now, just going into the top, because there's a bit of a tilt at the top. I think if I had it like shrinking into it, it's gonna look really good. It's going well, heck yeah! I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing really good. I had quite a busy day yesterday, so it's nice just to relax with some embroidery. Yeah, that's how I kind of find embroidery and beading. It's like a nice relaxing job where it doesn't take too much brain power, but also it keeps me busy, and I feel very satisfied at the end of it. Yeah. So that's nice. I think it's exactly what I needed. Luckily, I have a whole costume to do. So hopefully I need a lot of it. But no, jokes aside, it's probably one of the parts of sewing I find most therapeutic. So I'm glad that this particular costume has so much of it. I think it's a very nice costume to make because of that. At least for me. I know some people would look at it and go like, huh. But for me, very therapeutic. Have I gone a bit early? Or is that okay? No, I think that's okay actually. I guess you can't really go too early because the end becomes where you put it. There we go. The end is here then. Nice. So that's the first row of sequins coming out of the embroidery just in there. Do you see like how cutting it all makes it look like it's coming out of the stitching? But it's not, it's just lying on top of it. But it makes it look like, it gives an illusion of emerging from the stitching. I actually don't know if I want to do a second layer because it would cover up all the really pretty shiny. I might just do one layer because I think if I do two, it's gonna cover up all the pretty shiny. That's okay. You know what? We can change ideas. Look good, thank you. I like it a lot. I like all the pretty shiny. I want to have quite a lot of that lame on display. So I think it'd be best just to do one layer. It doesn't mean we can't do two layers in other places, but I think on this one, one layer looks very nice. And if it already looks nice, we can leave that there and just go around with the beading now. So that all of the exterior needs to be beaded. But honestly, the beading goes a lot quicker because first of all, it only needs one layer of stitching rather than stitching on both ends. And also you do 3 beads at a time, at least. So yeah, it's a much quicker process. I will just quickly tie off those on the other side so that if, again, anything goes wrong at any point in the future, it only affects the sequins. Frog egg? Like frog spawn? Is that good? Yeah, frog spawn's fantastic. We used to collect frog spawn when I was a kid because we had like not a pond, like an actual pond, but a lake that would just appear in the garden. And we'd put the frog spawn in the lake and then we'd have frogs. Frog spawn is very cool. Although I will say the name frog spawn is like kind of intimidating. Because like, what other animal is like, ah yeah, spawn of frog. Bird spawn. Chicken spawn. It's like quite an intimidating name. But I do like, I like frog spawn. I think it's really cool. I remember once I caught frog spawn for some family because they wanted frogs. And I put it in the lake thingy, the massive lake puddle. No, it was like a, I don't know what you'd call it actually. It was like a pig trough, but like massive. I put it in their massive pig trough. And but I'd accidentally caught a leech, and the leech ate all of the tadpoles, and then we just had this really fat leech. It was like, oh. I'm sorry, family. What I have in fact gifted you is one very fat leech. Good luck with that. I remember them messaging me and being like, you won't guess what happened. And I'll be like, oh yeah, how are the frogs doing? And they were like, no. The frogs. Just one very fat leech. That was like the first time I properly saw a leech as well. I was like, oh. Because like I knew they were there in the places we were catching the frog spawn, but like I never saw them. I just knew they were there. And then like, nope, there it is. Fat leech. I had eaten a lot of, I don't know if they were frogs or tadpoles. I think they were probably just tadpoles. I don't think they got to frogs. It ate everything. It ate everything we put in there. Pet leech. I had a lot of things like that growing up though, because we didn't have any animals. So like, it'd be like, oh yeah, mealworms? Pet mealworms. Oh yeah, leech? Pet leech. Frogs? Pet frogs. They all just wild animals. But they're my wild animals. Oh dear. I was very attached to them. I remember being quite sad when the mealworm died after like 3 weeks. That's how long mealworms. They weren't in a very good condition when I got them. Oh, I was like, please mealworms, survive. Do your thing. No. Oh. Dear. Here's what it is. That being said, I was very proud of the leech. Even though unfortunately it did eat all of the frogs. Big fat leash. Ah. Nature isn't kind. No, but I think that leech probably thought it got really lucky. Like, there's nothing in there that was gonna, like, take that leech. It was just... I eat everything. I have been fed. I don't know what the lifespan of them is, though, but it got very lucky. Oh dear. Nah, but frog spawn's kind of cool. I stand by that. Frog spawn, pretty sick. And like, I like that you can see like the tadpoles kind of growing before they even come out. Like, they're just sort of there. Frog spawn's really cool. I mean, I guess you'd kind of have to live in an area where there was frog spawn, but a lot of the kids, like, near where we grew up would like grow up like watching frog spawn. Then like, oh, I remember even in what do you call it, before you go to primary school, the one before that, like nursery maybe. I think that's probably what it is. Nursery school, maybe kindergarten if you're... I don't think it's called that over here. I'm not sure. The one before school at all. They'd like teach you all about frogs and like the cycle of frogs. And then you'd go and look at frog spawn and you'd be like, there's some frogs waiting to be frogs. And you'd be like, whoa. Look at the frogs that aren't quite frogs yet. It's pretty sick. We also would do, is pond dipping? Pond dipping. So like, I don't know if anyone else, this was like when I was in like the little school, like primary school. And they take you and then, honestly I'd still do this now. This was proper fun. They'd like give you this big like net tray thing and then you'd just be like, and you'd be like, what'd you get? What bugs did you find? And then you'd be like, whoa, look at all these things. Look at all these things that are in this like stagnant pond. And then you'd like document all of the stuff that you found in the stagnant pond. And then like you'd go somewhere else and you'd like maybe like a river or something. And then you'd be like, and then you'd be like, look at all the things I found in the river. I found a fish. Like, hell yeah. We didn't do that too often, but I remember one or two trips where we did that and it was like, heck yeah. Those were proper fun. Ugh. Oh yeah. Funny, I don't really remember any of the kids where I was growing up being particularly afraid of bugs either. Don't you start school at 5-year-olds? What can be before that? Yeah, you start school at 5 years old, but before school there was also something like preschool where you go and they like, and I don't even know what they taught you, but one of them was frogs. I remember they taught you about frogs and then you'd go look at frog spawn and like, yeah, so you start school at 5, but there's like something like toddler school. I'm gonna have to look up what it's called because I'm clearly uneducated, even though I went to all these schools. I'm like, I have no idea what it's called. It's like a toddler group, maybe? I don't know. Preschool? Yeah, preschool, maybe. School before school. Yeah. Yeah, they taught you about they taught you about frogs. You know, important life skills like frogs. Like, what else do you need to know? Come on. Like, I am now a 26-year-old lady and I can tell you all about frogs. So clearly the information is stuck with me. Very important life information about frogs. I think it's like they do with kids, like sometimes to like help get them acclimatized for school, to be fair. Where they're like, I don't know this, I am not a parent. I am making guesses. Maybe they just send them there and then like, get used to school, kid. You're gonna be there for a while. Learn about frogs. Oh dear. I'll have to ask other UK peeps. Because maybe it's not a worldwide thing. Maybe it's just a UK thing. I'll have to wait till Shifty comes into the call and I'll be, not in the call, into the stream, and I'll be like, Shifty, help. What's the thing before school? What is it? Oh dear. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, we get some beads. Although I am running out of thread, and I'm gonna need more thread in a minute. It's fine, this happens like every time. It's okay, it's okay. We live, we live. I also would like to drink some of my tea, because I actually made my tea really early for stream today, which means that my tea's getting cold. My tea, not very warm right now. Could honestly be warmed up just a little bit. It's okay, we're living, but my poor tea is very cold. Oh dear. Kindergarten. Yeah, I think that's what it's called in America, right? But I don't know what it's called, because that's I don't think I ever went to kindergarten. But I think it's the same concept as kindergarten. But I don't remember it being called that. 3 to 5 years old, and then you turn 6, you start going to school. Yeah, I think it's basically the same thing under a different name. Because I don't remember it being called kindergarten. Because I don't think I came across that name until, like, I was a little older. But I think it's in concept exactly the same thing. Also, Teddy, I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. Yeah, I think basically it's exactly the same thing. But, like, just with, like, you know, slightly different name because, you know, yep. Why not? Different name. And that's what I'm struggling to remember. What is it? But yeah, it was like 3 to 5. And you learn about frogs. That's the only thing I remember seeing there. Is like there's like definitely you learn about frogs. I don't remember anything else. You probably learn other important life skills, but like I remember that you learn about frogs. And honestly, are there any more important life skills than that? Right, put that over there for a second. I would like to drink some of my tea. I'm getting there though. I'm getting some of it around there. I need to go back up and then around there and then all the way around. So still got quite a bit to go. But we're getting there. I think on mine is nursery school. I wonder if nursery school is what it was called for me too, was nursery. Because preschool, nursery school are the two that are coming to mind for me. But I might just have to check. As not a parent, it's not something that I've thought about for a while, to be honest. Like, yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Nothing that I've had to think about. Doing good, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Did some nice beading. My tea should be safe over there again now. So I can put it back where I like to have it. I like to have it on this side. Oh, there we go. Put that over there. It's because my elbow does this a lot, and so I always worry if I have it over that side, I'm going to elbow my tea off the desk. Nobody wants that. Myself most, probably. I think I'm probably the person who most does not want that. Oh dear. There we go. Let's get some more thread. Nope. Not this time. Ah, there we go. Oh yeah. There we go. And up to the top. Get a knot in that. And go. Nice, nice. Nice. Okay, let's get that back through there. Oh. And through there. Oh no. Why? The first stitch and you're like, yes, knots. That's not. And I was like, no. Why? There's no reason to knot so early. There's just no reason. Okay, there we go. Swear this thread, it messes with you. It's like, oh, you wanted to have a good day? How about we knot immediately? Oh dear. Okay, we're gonna go through some of the beads. and actually pretend like this is the tail a very long way. So like I've gone through like 7 beads there, and then I'm gonna add 3 more. Because otherwise, this is gonna be a pain if I don't do this, honestly. But it's gonna look like there's 2 tails right next to each other, and it's gonna look very full. So it still probably will look a little full when I initially do this, but we'll live with it. We'll live with it. Dun 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 dun. Oh no. No, around there, thank you. Very good. There you go. So now it kind of looks like that goes into both. It's not perfect because the beads are a certain size and it's not something you can shave down, but it's better than it would be. Hey, we live with what we've got, and I shall take it. I'm happy. That's yes. I could have gone up higher, but then that would have probably left a gap. I'd rather not have a gap. There we go. And then take this. Yeah, awkward, like really sharp points are probably one of the worst things to bead, because they always end up looking a little bit messy comparatively to other points, because it's like trying to put a lot of beads into a pretty small space and they just don't fit. So compared to everywhere else, they always look a little messy. But yeah, I think it looks okay. One thing I could do is when I come back to that area, I could try to sew these beads close to each other. I think they're as close as they're gonna get. If they weren't already touching, I might do that, but they're already touching, so I think, you know, I think we're done pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. I think I'm okay with it. And again, do you know a great animal? I hope you're having a good week. Welcome on in. Why are graveyards so noisy? So I can't even think of why graveyards would be so noisy, because I would have thought they would have been quiet. And that would have been the joke. But I don't know, because of the... Oh. Oh. Yeah, you know what? No, that makes sense. For some reason, I went down like a rave route where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure they're just having raves. Like, makes no sense. Like, oh yeah, because they won't stop having heckin' discos. It's all of the discos. It's not a pun, it's just facts. Oh dear. Right, let's get this one in here. Next up, one of the raven. Oh god, yeah, there we go. That's not the pun I was. I don't know what I was thinking of. God damn. The coffins and the pit ravens. Coffins does kind of sound like a bird. I could imagine coffins being a bird. I think because it sounds like puffins. Coffins and puffins do not sound that different. Oh god. Next up, is that crocodile egg? Crocodile egg? Oh, I don't know. What? Can you eat crocodile? Well, I guess they're. Well. Well. Questions. Then again, I guess you don't really eat frog spawn either. I didn't know what my first go-to was to eat it. It shouldn't really be my first go-to is, consume. Shall we consume? No, it should... Oh dear. Crayon, welcome on in. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you're having a good day. We're doing a lot of beading today. We've got a lot of beading to do. But it's very heckin' chill work. So I'm happy. I'm happy. I hope things are going well for you too. Heck yeah. Oh dear. I guess it's a lizard that claps? Lizard eggs. I still probably shouldn't go straight to eat. Especially because the lizard looks quite cute. Consume? Consume lizard? Is lizard for eats? Or just for claps? I think lizard is just for claps. I think we don't eat the lizard. Oh dear. A gift from deceased relatives. I swear. I swear. Okay, I'm gonna go across and do this bit now. Because this bit needs the same kind of interior beading, and then we'll do the whole outside. Yes, we get there, we get there. Are you perhaps actually a snake? No! No, I just get hungry a lot. I'm not a snake, I swear. I'm a good bean. I just hungry. I hunger, and I often think of food. That's it. Not a snake. Full jellyfish only. Oh yeah. What Comic-Con are you going to, Han? I go to... In general, this one will be for London MCM, hopefully in May. I know, of course, everything's a little up in the air at the moment, but the hope is May MCM London. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Is that fish egg? That's like caviar, right? I've only had caviar once or twice. It's expensive for a simple taste. I don't know. Caviar doesn't seem like it's worth it to me. It's not bad, it's just, it's not a very... I could get that taste elsewhere, but much cheaper. Like, I guess the texture is something, but not my favorite egg. It's okay, I really like fish, but I think fish rather than fish eggs for me. Fish rather than fish eggs. I mean, I won't, I guess, say no if it's right in front of me, but I wouldn't order it. I'd probably order chicken egg. Oh no. Is that a solid knot? Are we solidly knotting? I suppose we are. That's okay, that's okay. What we'll do is we'll get it in a position and we'll tie it off. It's alright, it happens. I will. When this happens, work through it. And that, and then do a second one. It wastes a lot of thread to do this, but also less thread than if I just cut it off. So that's better than nothing. There we go. I've never even seen caviar. We were gifted it. I've been gifted it twice actually by 2 different people at Christmas. A lot of people gift me food, and like sometimes people gift me interesting food to try, which I always appreciate because, like, you know what, I probably wouldn't have this food otherwise. And a couple times I've been gifted caviar, not the same caviar, which is good, I suppose. I've been gifted 2 different caviars, and well, the first time they gifted me some biscuits as well to try it on. The second time it was just caviar. And yeah, it's interesting. And it's okay, but I don't really see the point. Like, personally. I mean, maybe that's just me and my, like, I like, you know, egg, chips and beans. But, like, I don't know. It just feels like, eh. There's nicer ways to consume fish, I think. Personally. These exist? Spider eggs. I know you can consume spiders. I haven't seen spider eggs as like a consumption thing. That's not something that I've seen. I try spider, but it's not something that I've had the opportunity to try yet. I'd give it a go. I'd assume it'd just be salty, to be honest. I'd assume it'd just be salty and kind of crunchy. Like, I'll give it a go. I think it's gonna be another one of those foods where it's like I can get similar flavors easier elsewhere, and so like it doesn't really feel like there's a point for me to eat it. But like if you love it, go on, have a nice day. Then again, I am literally just a garbage can of food. I'll eat basically anything. I can't eat goat's cheese. That's one thing. But that's not because I don't like it. I just can't eat it. Other than that, probably it's the same with like goat's milk, I'd assume. But I think other than that, yeah, I'll try anything. Ghost cheese. Yeah, I can't eat ghost cheese. Yeah. Yeah, ghost cheese, I avoid, like, you know, I don't think that's good for me. I don't agree with ghost cheese. I don't eat it. Exotic bird. As long as it's like exotic and not endangered, yeah, sure. I don't like the idea of eating things just because there aren't many of it left. I think that's reasonably common sense, but like I know there are people out there that like go out of their way to do that, and I don't. Nah, not now on that. Big nah. So there are some foods I definitely won't eat because of that, I suppose. But like birds that are exotic and like just I can't get in this country, absolutely. I'd absolutely eat that. I don't like ghost cheese, but ghost milk is good. Oh, you're a fan of ghost milk? I'll let Shifty know. Shifty is our resident ghost on the channel, after all. I'm sure they'll be very interested in the potential business opportunity of somebody who enjoys ghost milk being nearby. Oh dear. I'm gonna start beading the outside because I have a little bit of thread left, but I'm gonna have to tie it off in a minute because I don't have very much. I have only a teeny tiny bit of thread. Teeny tiny bit. That's okay. We'll probably do a couple lines and then we're gonna have to stop. There we go. Oh. Come to this. Get that out of here. You know that's banned. You know that's incredibly banned. You know what? I wouldn't eat it, but I would smash it. Won't eat, but would smash. Get that out of here. Incredibly banned. Incredibly banned. No, I think I've had duck egg. I'm not sure, actually. Have I had duck egg? No, actually, I might not have had duck egg. I've had a quail's egg. I don't think I've had duck egg. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to check. I don't think I've had duck egg, but also I've been wrong before. I don't remember having had duck eggs. I don't remember anywhere nearby selling them, to be quite honest. But I'm sure if I went to a butcher's I could probably get them. Yeah. Feels like it's that kind of thing. Where it's like if I go to a butcher's I could maybe get duck eggs. Same with like quail's eggs, right? Where it's just like, it's a little bit more unusual, but you can probably get them if you go to the right places. Or if you know someone with quails, I suppose, or ducks that have eggs. I mean, all birds must lay eggs, right? So there must be like a ranking of eggs. Like, of course, a lot of birds aren't like domesticated, I suppose, for like human consumption of their eggs. But all birds could create an egg that, you know, was edible for humans. I wonder what peacock egg would taste like. I wonder if that would be good. Because peacocks are really pretty. I wonder if that makes a difference. I guess probably more to do with than how they look though. It's probably more to do with the diet they're fed. But I wonder. Oh dear. Also, I really like the ghost emote in chat. Where's that from? It's bruh? What's the channel? Practical Magic. Okay. That's a good ghost. A good old hecking little spooky emote. Alright, let's get this next piece put in here, and then we can keep beating around the outside. Woo! And through that. Ooh, not quite that. Through there we go. Woo! Ooh. Okay, there we go. Also, I will apologize in advance if I've been a little bit more low energy today. Please excuse me. I had a very, very busy day yesterday, so I'm a bit like, but I'm not sad or anything. I'm just a little like, what do you call it? Pooped. Grab it, welcome on in, wee woo. Wee woo. I don't want to come across as low energy because I know we're normally pretty hyper over here. And I apologize in advance if I'm a little bit lower energy today than I normally would be. Sorry. Yeah, I'm fine. I had quite a long day yesterday. Oh, YouTube, I swear. That's 2 times now. And how long? Not even an hour and a half. Come on, I'm still here. I haven't done anything. Oh dear. Grab it. I hope things are going well for you. Welcome on in. I'm not a cult. Oh my god, Lena and I accidentally joined another cult. Did you join another cult? Wait, we're not a cult though. So you've only joined one cult and it's not us. Because we're not a cult. Did you join a cult? Oh no, that's not good. We're not a cult, so we won't hold it against you that you joined another cult because we're not a cult in the first place. That being said, I am concerned that you joined a cult. Oh, yeah. Oh, da. There we go. Might need to sew through these with an extra thread at the end, just to make sure they all line up nicely. But I can do that. Yeah, I joined the stream I mod for as our cult leader. Heck yeah. No, we're not a cult here. We're just we're a business, not a cult. If anything. No cult. Oh yeah. There we go. Nice. Can you even see the sequins? You can see them a little bit, I think, but they are pretty subtle because of the beads. That's okay. You know what? I know they're there. You know they're there. And that's what's important. We are knowledge that they are in fact there. Oh my god. You have a whole emote for Cult Queen? That's terrifying. Heck. How's this happened? How has this happened? Business relationship between streamer and viewer. Yeah, absolutely. Very much a business relationship. I stream, you watch. I mess up, you watch. You don't tell the judges that I mess up, and we're all good. Capiche? All good. And as long as that's how it goes, everything's fine. Thing is, I don't think they've announced the judges, so until that happens, we're fine. Once they announce the judges, you better not look. No, to be fair, when they announce the judges, I bet they'll be like really good cosplayers, and like they'll probably have like wonderful portfolios and stuff like that. Because normally the judges for these kind of competitions are cosplayers themselves. They might have been previous winners, or just people with like a long history in cosplay. So they're quite easy to find. Oh dear. You can't tell them if I mess up. I can't have against her will. She just kind of gave in. Oh bless. See, that's the thing. You just don't give in. You just never give in. Never let them win. Never let them win. You're a business, not a cult. No, never, never. Oh dear. What if I'm secretly a judge? That would be a big surprise. I guess you probably would know by now if you were one of the judges for the competition though. So you could know if you are one of the judges. Just nobody else would. So it would be a surprise to me, but I guess it wouldn't be a surprise to you. Yeah. So fair enough. If you're secretly a judge, I've not messed up on this costume at all so far. It's gone 100% according to plan. And you should give me the win because I'm trying very hard. I win, please. Or at least let me into the competition, please, if you are the judge. At least let me in, please. I'm trying so hard. At least let me in. Never done cosplay, but I'd let you win. Thank you! Actually, just let me in the competition. Honestly, I take just getting in. You don't have to let me win, but like, can you get me in? Because it's like, it's one of those competitions where just because you enter doesn't mean you get in. So there's always like the stress of like spending hundreds of hours on a costume and not even getting into the competition. So if you could get me into the competition, like, that'd be great. That'd be great. You're like jelly club members. There we go. There we go. Club members. Yes, yes, yes. Or just like business participants. I take that as well. Oh dear. Oh. I think that's probably the only bit about this costume I'm really worried about is whether or not we'll even get in. The quality of the costumes that enter this competition is really, really high, like from other cosplayers. Like there's a very high bar of entry, and this year it's probably going to be even higher than it normally is because they've only got 1 round rather than 4. So there's gonna... I wouldn't be surprised if there were less people getting in. So my main concern is that I won't even get in. We'll do all this work on a costume, and I'll have to come back to stream and be like, so guys, we didn't even get into the competition. I'm so sorry. I'd feel so bad if we spent all this time on a costume and I didn't even get into the competition. Ugh. So yeah, that's the main bit of the costume that I'm worried about at this point. To be honest, I think we'll finish the costume. I'm pretty confident in that. I am worried that we won't get it. Because I've seen the quality and I'm like, dang. Like, to be honest, I don't think we'll win. I don't mean this as any disrespect to myself as a cosplayer. Like, it is just that the quality is so high in this competition and people really bring it, and I'll do everything that I can to win. I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna make the very, very best costume that physically I am able to do, as I am right now. But I wouldn't be surprised, depending on which cosplayers enter from the UK, if I still didn't win. Even if everything goes right on the day, I think. But the thing is, just to enter, like just to get into this sort of competition is a really big achievement, at least in my mind, because it's one of those ones where just because you enter doesn't mean you get in. And so I would be really happy just to get into the competition. Like, when the entries open, of course, I'll keep you all up to dated, and I'll let you know. But I would be really, really pleased just to get in. And you'll probably see that if we do get in, that I'll just be through the moon. Like, in my heart, I'll have already won. Because I got in, you know? Yeah. And I would have got in a year where it would have been a very difficult entry. So that's kind of my current aim, is to get into the competition. As well as, of course, finish the cosplay. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Is it possible to bribe the judges? No, no. As your business, I'm willing to write a reference letter for the competition. So yeah, when you enter, you do basically give a lot as reference, kind of. There's a lot of references that you give. So I'll be giving lots and lots of pictures of me making the costume. I don't actually have so many references for the character, unfortunately. So probably what I'll be giving is a reference of the character and then actually references of... I just snapped my needle in half. Oh. Well, guys, it's been a great stream. I've really enjoyed this. I snapped my needle. What do I do now? Oh no! What am I meant to? Oh my god! This is... My hand strength is becoming a real problem on this channel. The amount of things I am snapping in half. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can tie this off really quickly because I need to get my thread tied off. I can't just have it attached to a heart. Okay, so here's the thing. The only other needles that I have are thicker needles and are not suitable for beading. This is a very awkward situation where I gotta go. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta go get some needles. God damn it! Like, yeah, you could say, like, Jelly, you should really have some extra needles in spare, but, like, who snaps their needle in half beading? I swear. It just snapped, like, clear in half. Wait, where'd it go? What do I do with that now? I can't even put it in my pincushion. I know nothing about cosplay, but Jelly is a good bean. Please let her in. I'll come backstage with lots of positivity if you let me in. Except for the... Damn it. Hi Shifty, how goes it? Welcome on in. What to do now? I'm just kind of like, is there anything else I can do? Because I don't like doing short streams. Listen, I'm gonna have to run down the store. I probably won't be back. Guys, I gotta go down the store and get some needles. You'll never see me again. No, I'll be back tomorrow when I have needles, because it's a bit of a journey, to be honest. I'll probably be gone for a couple of hours. God! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We delayed the stream and then I snapped my equipment. Oh, just like my dad when he went to get ghost milk. Yeah, guys, I gotta go get some needles. I'll see you this evening. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm so sorry. Alright, listen. I'm gonna try and tone back my hand strength in the future. Like, you know, so I'm not just snapping everything. Oh my god. Listen, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna do a little raid. I'm gonna run and get some needles. God, we're gonna raid into B. Oh, for God's sakes, me. I swear, oh, Jelly's going to store some eggs. I'll totally be back eventually, maybe. Oh, for the needle, big F. But for real, Jenny's no worries, these things happen. No, I know. I'm kind of kicking myself because I'm like, these hands, they're weapons of major destruction in this stream. I've killed so many of my equipment with these hands. The thing is, crafting makes your hands stronger, so you get really nice strong hands, right? But then you break all your crafting equipment with your exceptionally strong hands. Oh dear, I'm slowly becoming a Sheridan villain. Yeah, like slowly but surely, we're like, I'm creating my backstory of like, I had a passion for crafting, but over time my hands became so strong that that I could no longer craft with the equipment that I was purchasing because I would just break it every time. And so I could no longer do the crafts I was so passionate about because I kept breaking all my craft equipment. Like this year we've already got through in the last like 6 months we got through 3 sets of pins and an entire packet of needles. Like, just to put it out there, like that's quite intense. Oh god. Oh dear, we're witnessing a villain backstory. We are. Also, SGS, you can't see anything. You can't see anything. But yeah, big thank you to our mods team. Again, if you've not checked out our mods before, please do. They are wonderful, wonderful beings. Matrix, I'm really sorry. We're having to run off early because I've just broken my own equipment with my own hands. It's fine. I'm gonna go run and grab some more. It's not the first time. It won't be the last. I'm just incredibly strong. I'm just incredibly strong. And yeah, grab a raid call. If I haven't grabbed one, grab a raid call. It helps us send lots and lots of love over to another streamer. Bee's a really good bean, and they always deserve lots of love. I'm gonna run to the shops and grab some more needles so that tomorrow we can come back stronger than we were today, but not physically stronger because that'd be an issue. I'll see you soon. Oh dear.